Hello everyone, and welcome to this short video review of the thermometer sensors of these four watches that I have here lying on the table. Two of the watches are considered to be vintage because on the left side we have Casio TS3000 that was first launched in 1983. The second one from the left, this one is a Casio G-Shock DW6700, I think, and that was produced in 1994. I discovered, I thought it was 1996, but I did some research and I have discovered that it is 1994. And the other two watches on the right side, this is a Rangeman, and this is a G-Shock Rangeman and a ProTrek, a regular ProTrek watch. What all these watches have in common is that they have a temperature measuring capability. And what amazed me is the fact that even though they have been built almost 35 years apart, they have a very accurate temperature reading capacity. So, in order for this video to be relevant, I have let all these watches sit here on the table overnight, because on the manual of each watch, even starting with the one from 1983, the TS3000, the manual states that the watch requires about 20 minutes for the sensor to get the correct temperature from the room. Also, the same thing applies to the G-Shock from 1994, and 35 years later, the same thing for these other two watches. Please bear in mind that these watches are very sensitive when it comes to the temperature reading, so this is why I have decided not to touch the watches for the past 12 hours or so, because I wanted to see exactly what the temperature that the sensor reads is. Because if you take the watch in your hand and you just look at it or start to go through the modes, it will immediately pick up your body temperature and it will alterate the actual temperature that it is in this room. So without further ado, let's start with the watch on the left side, the TS3000. Let's do a quick succession of the measurements on these watches. The first one is the TS3000, 18.3, as you can see right. And we are going to do the same thing. We're going to start a temperature measuring process. And we have 18.3 right here. Okay, so here we have the Casio Rangeman from 2013, and as you can see, the screen has become a lot more reflective over the years, whereas I have to lean over the watch for you to see better. But I will start now the measuring function. 18.3 we have right here. And for the ProTrek, we're gonna do the same thing. 18.8 right here. Just for the sake of the comparison, we are going to also look at these two temperature reading sensors, and that have been also left here in the same room, just like the watches. So we have on this one 17.8, and in the other one we have 18.8. I have to confess that I have done this test before, and the results were always the same. No difference between the temperature readings, which I find it's amazing, to say the least, that in a time span of 30 years Casio has managed to keep the same quality in sensor and to have the exact same results 30 years later on different watches. It's just a story I thought it would be interesting for some of you to know. Happy holidays from now on, and I wish you a wonderful new year.